Hi everybody, I'm Diana with stampingwithdie.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 146. It's a new month, so that means new incentive, new goodies and guts, new host code, new, lots of stuff going on. So I'm so excited that you're here to join me today, and I'm going to be demonstrating. If you choose to pick the guts for October, and basically the guts are just the card supplies you need to make a project. So there's 3 projects each month. It's kind of like a free class. So if you order 75 in the month of October before tax and shipping, you can pick goodies and guts, and I'll explain it better when I turn the camera. If you order 150 before tax and shipping, then you get both. So I'll show that as well. But so usually like the first Tuesday of the month, I do a video, and that way if you do earn the guts, when you get your guts packet, you could just refer back to this video and make your 3 projects along with this video. So it makes it so easy, and then you just use what you have at home, because nothing will be stamped on your supplies. Sometimes there's die cut pieces, and I'll show you if there are. Otherwise, there'll be a piece in there so that you can use what you have at home, like a piece of cardstock that I might die cut out with something I have here, but then I will just put the piece of cardstock in there so you can use what you have at home to make your take on the card. And maybe you do have the same thing, then you can do identical, but I don't ever want you to stress about it. So if you have never been here before, my name is Diana and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So welcome to my channel. If you have been here before, welcome back. I'm actually in Santan Valley, Arizona, so we are hoping that the fall will get here soon. I know I love seeing pictures on Facebook. People are showing the leaves changing and all that kind of stuff and getting their sweaters out. And we are still fairly warm in the desert. So yeah, so I'm going to stop blabbing because I did turn my air conditioner off so it's not noisy in the background. So it gets a little warm in the studio. So I want to get started so that you're not having to listen to me blab too much. So close your eyes while I adjust my camera real quick. And hopefully that wasn't too bad. All right. So open your eyes if you close them. Okay, so I'm going to explain what's going on. All right, so we have so much going on the month of October. So if you are ordering from my store, this is October's host code, and this is only if you are not in one of my stamp clubs. If you're one of my stamp clubs, you have your own private host code. And if you are ordering less than 150 before tax and shipping, please use that code. And October the 4th, we have free shipping, so I don't want you to miss that. So this is on orders of 75 before tax and shipping. You will get free shipping October the 4th only. So make sure if you want me to place your order, you get me your order right away. Don't wait till the 4th to send that to me, because the computer will be super busy that day. So make sure you get that order to me at least by the 3rd, and then I can put that in for you on the 4th. Otherwise, just please go to my online store and place your order and enjoy the free shipping. All right, what else is going on October the 4th? We also have a new starter kit plus, so you actually get $30 more in free. So if you've ever thought about becoming a demonstrator, now is a great time, whether you want to be a career demonstrator, and that's what I am, that's my job, or a hobby demonstrator, and that's how I started out. I just wanted the discount, so I was not doing this for a business whatsoever, and that was 23 years ago. So a lot has changed over that time, but it doesn't matter. We're all demonstrators. We all start for whatever reason. So you will actually get 155 of your choice of product for only $99 and tax. because Stampin' Up! Pays the shipping. So that is even more savings. And also you can pick new things. So we will be having this new collection or suite that's starting on the 4th. So you could actually put that in your kit as well. And I saw a sneak peek of that if you joined the World Card Making Day. We saw that and it was awesome. Okay, another thing I have, there's all sorts of things. This is something I always have, and that's my Country Dozen rewards. So for every 50 before tax and shipping, now that is in one order. And I know it's confusing. I have done my Country Dozen rewards forever. I just now changed them into sunflowers, but it's the same program. And I didn't want to take that away when I started doing the goodies or the guts. So with a $50 order, you get a sunflower. So when you get 12 sunflowers, you pick $35 in catalog merchandise. I pay the tax and the shipping. But if you order $25 more, then you can earn goodies or guts. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So the goodies for October are the iridescent pearls basic jewels, and these are amazing. They are just such a pretty, they almost remind me of like an opal because they kind of take on that color, but they're gorgeous. So if you order $75 in the month before tax and shipping, you can pick the goodies or the guts, what I'm going to be sharing with you. If you order $150 before tax and shipping, and a lot of people do, you get both the goodies and the guts. If you are a member of my team and my directs, and you are a Silver Elite, that's just different title. A Silver Elite or before, you get goodies and guts just as a perk for being on one of my downline. All right, now that's my direct team. All right, so let's see. So inside your guts package, you got a business card, your little enjoy. All right. And then you have your envelope. So this is what we're going to work on. So this is a video that you will refer back to if you get the guts. So let's do the first project. So the first project, these are the pieces. And so this is what your packet will look like. You have your piece of basic white thick. Just give it a good crease. Then you have your DSP. Now I have cut a circle here. So everybody's will have, a different variety depending on, how the DSP was cut. But they'll all be kind of similar. You also have your scallop circle, your layering poppy parade piece, your little 2023 calendar, and then this makes the easel. So this is going to make your easel so that you can put your calendar on your desk. I could hardly wait to do these this year. I did them last year and they were so popular. I had to order calendars twice, so I ordered double the amount of calendars this year. So hopefully that will be enough. All right, so I just gave my crease, so you're going to make it be like valley, mountain, valley, and then that makes your easel basically. All right, so let's bring this piece over here, and I'm just going to get a grid sheet here. All right, now what we're going to do is we are only going to color this piece. So what I like to do is, if you can't really tell what they are, because sometimes when they're cut, you're like, well, what is that? You can always refer back, and then you just have to find where, it's like a puzzle. So you just have to find where the piece goes. And I think it's right like that. So see how that finishes that puzzle? So when I cut these, I just make sure I have to keep this with this. Like I can't stack all the circles together and all these, because then they would be like all mixed and matched. So anyways, all right. So then we know, so then what we're going to do is we're just going to color this circle. So I kind of keep this nearby so I can kind of see what's going around in, around the, whatchamacallit, when I'm coloring. All right, so let's see. Let's do the leaves first. It's almost like the Where's Waldo, and this is some DSP that we don't have anymore. So supplies are limited in regards to the guts. So you want to make sure you order early. Okay, so this is just light parakeet, and then I will put the supply list underneath the video so that you can refer back to it. All right, so this is light parakeet, and I'm just coloring in all these little leaves. Now some of the circles might have more of a leaf than the other. It just depends on where it is cut on the DSP. All right, so this is light parakeet, and I'm just using the Stampin' Blends. There's another leaf there. I'm just using the Stampin' Blends. So that was the light parakeet, and then I'm going to come over with the dark, and I'm just going to add a little dark down the center of that leaf and kind of in the nooks and crannies of these flowers. So we're just trying to, we're going to make, oh, let me show you the finished. Let me show you what we're working towards. So this is the finished. So it's like a spotlight on that one area. All right. So then I'm also seeing there's some sort of succulent. I don't know what they are, but they're like a succulent thing. So I'm going to take the light succulent and the soft succulent. I mean the light and the dark soft succulent. And I'm going to color these in. Now, like I said, you might not have tons in your circle. This is a light. And then there's one over here too, whatever that cactus thing is. So this is just a light. And then we are going to go over with the dark and fill it in. I loved this paper. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's no longer available. But I could not resist using it. All right, and then this is the dark soft succulent. So I'm just going to go down and add a little bit, not a ton, but I'm going to go make the stalk that went down. I want it darker, and then just a little bit here and there on those they're kind of like a plattery looking cactus. All right, then let's color these daffodil-y kind of flowers. So I'm going to use oops, no, I don't want to do that one. Hold on a minute. That's when you bring out your color lifter. Hold on a minute. That's when you bring out your color lifter. I'm going to just go over that a little bit. That's going to lighten that. Just takes a second. All right. So I want these little flowers to be yellow, not this one. All right. So we're going to go over here with these daisies. And I'm just putting some dark daffodil. So there's quite a few daisies on this circle. So I don't think that any of these cards will be identical because it just depends on where these flowers are. All right, so I'm just got all these cute little flowers. So I'm just putting a little bit of the dark daffodil, and then we will finish it with the light. Let's see. And then I'll just finish it with the light. So these are so cute, that little pop of yellow in there. And then I'm going to do the centers with bronze. So I'm kind of making them be I know they're not a sunflower, but I'm kind of coloring them like a sunflower. But you could color them whatever color you want. Like if you're putting this like on your desk and your office has got blues or whatever, you might change these colors to something totally different. Oop, I forgot that one. That's why I said it's like the Where's Waldo when you're coloring. All right. So these are fun to make and give as a gift too. I don't know how many I gave away last year as well. All right, so now I'm going to take the bronze and I'm just going to go in the center of all of these flowers with that bronze. And these are nice because you can mail them because they just fold flat and they fit in a regular envelope. So they're a super gift. You could send it as a Christmas card, right? You could just write Merry Christmas in it. All right, so this also, I want to put that stem bronze. And I think I missed, hold on a second, I missed a piece of succulent right there. All right, then we're going to take our balmy blue. And there's these cottony looking things, and I'm just making them be balmy blue. So this is light balmy. And then a little bit of dark balmy. I love the balmy. It's just a little darker than the pool party. And you can definitely see it on the camera where the pool party is hard to see. Okay, so then this one that I started coloring yellow, and this one is going to be Poppy Parade. So let me take my dark Poppy Parade, and we're just going to put a little dark, and we'll go right over that yellow. You won't even know it was there. So if I made made an error with any color, yellow was the best one, because it was easily covered up. All right, so this is dark poppy, and then I'll finish it with the light. So since I had poppy in my coloring, that's why I chose poppy as one of the cardstocks on the card. So I always try to have my cardstock go with a color that I've used when I'm coloring. All right, so almost, and then we just have to color that one more succulent-y thing right here. And I'm choosing to do freesia. So this is the light freesia and the dark Highland heather. So you saw me use those two colors together quite a bit when I was coloring the fun little witch hat, because I love these two colors together. So this is light freesia, and then it's going to be dark Highland, and they just have enough of a difference that it just is an amazing change. Like, it just adds that extra pop and color difference. So it just makes that freesia color, I think, even more vibrant with that dark Highland in there. All right, so there's that. So let me bring this up. So isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. All right, so here is all these. Now again, I will put the list of stuff that I used underneath the video. I also want to take my gel pen. Now, hopefully you have a gel pen. If you are doing my hippest hippo class in the mail, that's the bundle, that's the October class in the mail, you are getting a gel pen with that class. So if you didn't have one and you took that class, you will have one by the time you do this class. All right, because I just get them off of Amazon. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to include one in the hippo class because I'm going to use it a lot. All right, so I'm just putting like little dots here and there. That's good. And it just adds a little bit of brightness to those flowers. All right, so let's put this together. So we're going to bring our pieces over. And I'm putting this together with the green tip glue. I find it a little more forgiving when I'm gluing my, this easel doohickey on. All right, so we're going to take our green tip glue. I'm just going to put it on here. Then take your card and you just want to put this on the edge. So you just want to match your edges and your sides, and then just kind of hold, you know, hold till it kind of grips so that it's glued, but you'll just, you know, because see how it's right on the edge and right on the edge there. So that should be pretty good. Then we're going to close this easily thing, and you're going to put your green tip glue along here. Now you could use tear tape, you can use seal, but I find I have a little bit more control with the green tip glue. It allows me to, if I'm off a little bit, I can adjust it. All right, so now what you have is you have this. So now your calendar will stand up on your desk, but it squishes down. So if you want to mail it to somebody as a gift, or for, like I said, a Christmas present, you know, a Christmas card, then it lays flat. So then let's bring your other pieces over. So we're going to glue this to this. And I'm just kind of putting it, you know, I don't want my edges to lift. And there's a bit of a layer, a bit of a frame. So that looks good. You also have some embellishments in here. So you need the black and white gingham ribbon. If you dump them all out, just do not lose them, because there's a lot of small little pieces. So I usually just kind of dump them out. I have these little cups. These are so fun. I don't even remember where I got them. Probably TJ Maxx. I think they're for cupcakes or whatever. But a lot of times if I'm working with small stuff like this, I will put them in a little container. So now they're all kind of in this container. So if a wind comes through, it doesn't blow it off my desk. All right, so let's see. I want the black and white gingham. And we're just going to, we're going to do like a fake bow. So we're going to go like this, and then we're going to cut. And then we're going to glue dot, and we're going to tape. And it's always like the mysteries that hold my cards together are glue dots and seal and sometimes Scotch tape. All right, so we're going to go glue dot on each side. Then I want you to bring the ribbon down about here. So we've got our ribbon. Just, you know, make sure it's straight. That looks good. And then usually I take a little bit of Scotch tape just in case, because if you are going to mail this to somebody, you know, the mailman, you know, might be a little rough or whatever. Also, it's a calendar, so it's going to sit upright on somebody's desk for 12 months. So you want to just make sure that you're giving it lots of glue, right? So it can be manhandled, and someone's going to look at it, and oh, where'd you get that? And then you just want to make sure that it lasts all year. All right, so I'm just going to take some seal on the bottom, but it also has an adhesive right there. So I just want to have adhesive top and bottom, so that's why I put seal in the bottom. Then you have this tiny little square, so you're just going to layer that on there. We also want to glue this to our circle scallop. Like that. And then I kind of bring this over, and just before I put any glue, and then I'm like, I think that's pretty close to where that was. And you can kind of see like this finishes this finishes. So what this does is this little scallop hides this ghost. So that looks good where that's going right there. So I'm going to put some glue dots or dimensionals, and I'm going to put them in here so that I'm avoiding this ribbon, and so that it's flat here, and I don't put it here and then it's half on here and half on here. I want all my dimensionals to be flush and even, so I'm putting them all on the same height cardstock. All right, so I'm going to stand up a little bit because it helps me line this up. And that looks good right there. So now you've got like this pretty spotlight. We're going to put our calendar over here. So we're going to put our dimensionals on this side, because this is going to overlay this, so we don't want dimensionals here because then it will be crooked. Okay, so then this goes on here, and then you simply just, oops, hang on a second. Then you simply tear the calendars off each month. All right, so there's that. Then you have this other piece of ribbon. So all you're going to do is you're going to stick it in here, and you're just going to tie it. So I tied it in a knot. You could tie it in a bow if you want, but I just did it as a knot. And then it looks like you have wrapped the ribbon all the way around and tied it, but I'd like to call that like it's like a cheater bow. It's like a fake bow. So you have that. Then you have your cute little ladybug. We can't forget our ladybug. And we're just going to put her on with a glue dot. Now the ladybugs, I don't think you can get the ladybugs anymore either. So you're using a few things that I just have in my stash that I love so much. All right, so we're going to put our ladybug. She's crawling right there on the flower. Then let's bring this over to here. So this has got this stuff going on, so we're going to use glue dots to stick this on the card, so it's going to be good and stuck. So this was fun. I love doing these calendars. All right, so just lay that down, stick this on, and then you have your super cute calendar. So that's your first project. And so let me bring this one over. So see what I mean by they'll all look a little bit different depending on where that circle is cut, but all super cute. All right, so I need to clean my mess up, and then we will get to the second project. The second project is the cute little Scotty. I had to come up with another card using the Christmas Scotty, and I'm also using the scalloped contours. Now the Christmas Scotty has a matching punch, but I didn't use that, but you definitely, could get the bundle as well if you need it. So here is the card. So this is what it does. It's actually a gift card holder. So it goes like that. So let me bring the pieces over for this one. So this is what you're getting in this envelope. Now, of course, you're going to want to stamp your envelopes, and I'm always so bad, and I didn't. So you want to make sure you stamp your envelopes. All right, so we have this piece here of Poppy Parade, and this is the inside. And let's see, I want my grid sheet. This is a photopolymer stamp set, so I'm also going to bring over my mat. So let's do our stamping. I go through a grid sheet like you wouldn't believe. So if it wasn't for the camera, I would just keep using them and using them and using them. But I like them to look clean for the video, so I'm always just like throwing them in the garbage. But believe me, you do not have to throw them away when they just get a little tiny bit of ink on them. All right, so I'm going to do the inside really quick. We are using Poppy Parade for our ink, as well as soft suede. So our puppies are soft suede. Let me get that cardstock over there. And our writing is Poppy Parade. So the inside puppy is going to be this little cute one that's begging. That's what I like to say he's doing anyway. He's begging, or he wants up on the couch maybe. All right. So that looks good. I'm going to actually clean and start over. I think I had a little piece of fuzz. All right. And it couldn't be puppy hair because we don't have a puppy anymore. We don't have Toby anymore. So sad. Oh, and I see like people get puppies throughout the year, and I'm always like, oh, do we want another puppy? And I just can't do it. I can't do it. All right. So we have our cute little soft suede puppy. Then I want to take the little collar with the Poppy Parade, and I'm stamping it twice. So I'm stamping it, you know what, actually that one worked out good with one because it made it be out here, and that's what I was going for. I want this to go out a little bit so that it can snag the ribbon, and then I attach my ribbon to that piece right there. All right. So that looks good. And then let's do our Merry Christmas. So before I do my Merry Christmas, I want to bring this over, and we're going to glue this into our card. And this is so that you can decide where you want to put your Merry Christmas. And you can also decide if you are going to make this be a gift card holder or not, because you don't have to. You can just have it be like a gate. I think this is a gatefold card, but it's a weird gatefold because it's not even, right? Like this is a little skinnier than this one. All right, so we also want our DSP, and that's going to go here like that. So let's put this DSP on while we're doing that. Just make sure your ornaments are not upside down. I love this paper. And this paper is that Hostess paper that, oh my God, celebrate everything that's in the mini catalog. So if you are placing $150 before tax and shipping order and you get Hostess benefits, you can pick that DSP for free. All right, so this is what I mean by you want to know where you want to stamp your Merry Christmas. You might want it up here. If you are not making this be a gift card holder, if you're making this go open like this, you're not giving a gift card, then it doesn't matter where you put your Merry Christmas. You can stamp your Merry Christmas down here if you want. because it's going to totally open the card. But if you are turning this into a gift card holder, then it's going to depend where you put your Merry Christmas. Because see, so that would work there. You could put your Merry Christmas here. You just don't want to put your Merry Christmas here and then it gets cut off. So that's why I'm just visually wanting to make sure that I put my Merry Christmas, let's see, in the right spot. So I'm going to put it down here. Merry Christmas. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to take my seal, and I'm only putting seal up here, and I'm putting it really close to the edge. You can also use your green tip glue. That would work even better probably. I just, you know, grab the seal. And what that does is it closes this, but it keeps this open so that you can put that gift card in there. So see how now this gift card will slide right in there, or a check, or money, you know, it depends. So just, but only put your adhesive up here, not down here, because you don't want to glue the piece in. All right, so let's get to this other part so we can finish this card and stop my blabbing. All right, so we want the little cute puppy that's sitting down and looking back. And I'm doing him in soft suede too. We're just going to assume this is either the same puppy, or maybe they've got a couple puppies from the same litter. Alright, so we have our cute little puppy there. We want our furry, may your days be furry and bright. Let me see how good that is. May your days be furry and bright. Cute. Alright, close the pads. But make sure you stamp your envelope, because you do get envelopes so that you can actually use your cards. Alright, we'll let that dry a tad. While that's drying, let's bring our card over. And let's get our little embellishment thing out. So we want this ribbon here. We're also going to use a couple of these little embellishments in a minute. All right, so we want this ribbon. I love this ribbon. It is just this pretty, what is it called? Hang on a minute. This is called the white glitter organdy ribbon. Because I did want to put some ribbon, but I didn't want it to be overpowering, meaning I didn't want it to have a lot of color, but I still wanted it to have a ribbon on there. And this was perfect because you can see through it, and it just makes me think of, you know, maybe tinsel on the tree. All right, so you're just going to tie a tiny, tiny little bow. Not a big bow, just a tiny, tiny little bow. That's probably good. All right, and then we can trim our tails. All right, then bring this over, and then we're going to put our dog on here, and that's going to keep our bow in place. All right, so we're going to put our cute little dog. So let me bring my bow over just a tad, and then, oh, here they are. And then I want to take my dimensionals. So I'm going to put my dimensionals on here. So we're putting our dimensionals here, but we're going to bring this over here like that. So visually, I know I want my dimensionals here. So I'm going to put dimensional here and here. Now this way, by putting them on here, I avoid sticking my card closed where you can't open it at all. Because I might have put my dimensionals on here and I could have overshot this, and then the dimensional would have been like on here. So by putting them on this side, we're covering that this is going to be flat and stay, but we're putting them on here, so then we know it's going to stick on this side. Alright, so just move our bow a little bit. And put our puppy. There's our puppy. So cute. Alright, so you also need, out of your little embellishments, you want the little black one. And you want the little gold one. So the little black one is the nose on our puppy. So now he looks even more alive. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, Diana, I forgot. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. I forgot to do his bow. All right, so hold on a minute. We're gonna see how this works, because that's got a bump there. Oh, Diana, this might not be good. This might be going, ooh, I need to edit. All right, so hold on a minute. You have your fingers crossed for me? Don't do this. Make sure you put this on first. Ooh, that worked. All right, and now our bow. Make sure you stamp your bow first. Yay, it worked. Okay. Now, it doesn't always work. Sorry about that. Okay, so put your bow on first before you put your card together. All right, so let's get back to our embellishments. And then your little gold piece is going to go, and this is why I was like, oop, I forgot, because that's actually the little tag on his collar. So there's this one. So super cute. And then again, so here's, you know, just to show you the difference. And then I have lost the gift card. Oh my gosh. There it is. And then you'll put your little gift card in there. So super cute. All right, so again, let me clean up and we'll get to the third project. Okay, this is the third project, and I want to show you what I used. So this is the pieces that are going to be in your envelope that you will be stamping, but ignore these pieces because I have already stamped and cut them out. So you will be doing this on your own. All right, so I wanted to pull those out before I went, you know, any further. So I have used, this is what I've used for my card. So stitched greenery. So that piece is already done on your cardstock. So see that? It's beautiful. So that's already done. So stitched greenery. And I'm using the Nature's Harvest. So it's got the stamp set and it has a matching die. But you might not have Nature's Harvest. So there's other stamp set bundles that would totally work as well. So Cottage Rose would work. Blessings of Home would work. And you might have other things in your stash. So I just wanted to make sure that you're not worried just because I used a stamp set. You might say, well, I can't do that one because I don't have that stamp set. But no, just pick what you have at home. Now, if you want to do the card identical and you're placing your order to earn your card guts for October, maybe you grab that bundle and then you could make the card identical. Okay, so let's get to the pieces that are in your card. So you have your basic white thick as your card base. Then you have that piece that I was mentioning that's already got the die cut on it, or it cuts and embosses. It's just a really cool die. You have a piece of DSP, and this is from the, oh my gosh, Abigail Rose. And even though I'm using this, you might be using the rose, and I just love the look of it. I didn't care if it was a different flower than I was using. Then you have your little So Saffron piece for your greeting. You have a piece for the inside of your card. This is what you'll stamp your flowers on and die cut them out. And then you have a piece of crumb cake that you will die cut. Maybe you've got leaves to cut out. Maybe you have another flower. It's really up to you what you put behind your flower. All right, so my pieces, so I'm just so we don't get mixed up. So this is what I did with my crumb cake. So let's put this aside now. So this is what I did with my crumb cake. And then I stamped and die cut out my sunflowers or daisies or whatever these are. Who knows? I just love them. So I stamped these with Memento because I'm coloring with the blends. So we'll set this aside so we don't get that confused. And I already stamped my greeting, my sending healing thoughts. May nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. I love that greeting. So I've already done that. So we'll put that aside just so we're not too confused with what are all these pieces for. Okay, so let's, now I did not stamp anything on the inside of this card just because of the greeting that I chose. I figure it's kind of like more like a get well, so I probably would want to put some sort of handwritten note in there, so I left it plain. All right, so we're just putting this DSP on the side here, and then that's going to be in the card. So you're going to see this piece sticking out when you close the card. So this goes in here. I have no idea what this fold is. I just wanted that little sneak. So I just trimmed this. So this is a regular size card. And then I just took 1 inch off the front. And then you can see this sticking out. Then we have this beautiful piece. Now, this has got a lot of texture going on. So it's a little hard for the glue to get in all the nooks and crannies. So I'm going to put some seal down the center. But I'm going to do glue dots along the edge because of all of that texture that's going on. So the seal is just going to help. And then the glue dots, because they've got a little bit of a thickness to them, they should be able to grab that card stock behind that we're gluing it to, because they've got a little bit of thickness to them, where the seal is pretty flush. Okay, so now this goes right on here, and I just did white on white just to keep it clean and pretty. So look at how pretty that is. Oh, it's gorgeous, just like this. You could slap your greeting on it and be done. All right, so let's bring our flower over. So let's color our daisies, sunflowers, whatever these are. All right, so we have Old Olive. So I'm going to go dark Old Olive on my leaf stem, or my flower stem. So I'm just putting some, like where it meets up underneath the petals would be darker. And around here and in here. So we're just putting some dark Old Olive, and then we can always add more as well. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Then let's take the light Old Olive and add a little bit more, but I'm not going all the way to the tip because I'm also going to put some Granny Apple in here to add a little bit of a vivid green in there too. All right, so that was the light Old Olive. Then I'm going to take that light Granny Apple, and this just adds a really pretty bright green in there. And all the colors just blend so beautifully. But it just adds a pop of brightness to those leaves. That looks good. So see that? All right. Then we're going to color our flowers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our bronze, and that's what's going to be the center of this flower. So I'm just doing like the bottom. I want to leave the top, and that's going to be crumb. So we're just kind of going in a half circle, and then it will be crumb to finish it. So light crumb on the top. Those colors look really cool together. So you really have, just like that Highland and the Freesia, there's quite a difference in the two colors. So it makes doing that highlight so easy. Okay, so now we're going to take our dark daffodil and come down from that top doohickey thing and color them. So I thought this was a good one because it's pretty easy to color. All right, so that was dark daffodil. Then I want to take dark saffron and finish a little bit, and we're going to finish with light saffron. So again, these are quite a difference in color, so it makes doing the highlights and the low lights, because some people have trouble with that. They always ask me, how do you do? So if you stick with the color that's totally different, it's just going to make it so much easier, so you're not having to go, oh, I had trouble blending. Don't worry about it. All right, so there's that. Then I want to take a little bit of the light pumpkin pie, and we're just going to put a little bit of pumpkin, and that's just going to darken some of these a little bit. So I'm just doing lines. I'm not really coloring it in. I'm just making some lines just to kind of emphasize, because there's already lines on those flowers. So there's your flower. So see how that light up there, because you used the light crumb and the bronze, so it does your blending for you, so you don't have to be to be worried about it. All right, so I also want to take a little gel pen, of course, and we'll put a few little dots on our flowers. It just adds a little pop of white. Okay, so let's put our card together. Now I am going to trim, if you end up using the same dies that I did trim this a little bit. Let me get my scissors, because I found it was too long. So I'm just going to trim these down a little bit. So see, I liked that length better. So let's use our green tip glue and put this on the card. I don't want a whole lot of glue. It's a kind of a skinny flower. I think this might be, it's kind of like wheat or something. I don't know. I love this die. There's a big sunflowery one too that looks like these flowers. And these might be called cone flowers now that I think about it. But I'm just pretending they're sunflowers. You know me, I like my sunflowers. All right, so this is going to go here. And then just kind of hold it. And then we're going to take baby dimensionals to put this on. And I'm putting quite a few of the baby dimensionals on because I want this to be well supported because it's kind of delicate, right? Like this was delicate. This is, I love how this cuts out because it cuts out those holes there, but that should be good. So it just makes the flower even more fancy, I think, because you have that space. You can see through the flower, so it looks more real, but it makes it a little bit more bendy. So that's why I'm putting more dimensionals on it. And I love to have 100,000 dimensional backings all over my desk and house. How about you? Okay, so let's stick this right over top. Like, I want to see them, but they're just kind of behind our flower. Then this is going to go here. So it's going to actually go off of the front of the card. So what I want to do is, I know I want to put it there, so I'm just going to put my finger here. Just so I know that this is where it's going. So I'm going to put my dimensionals on here. Just like we did the Scotty dog. And even our calendar, we're putting our dimensionals on the card so that they are where we want them to be and they don't cause any chaos afterwards. So this way it straddles this flower, and it also keeps the dimensional off of here. All right, then we're just going to lay our greeting right on top like that. And there you have your greeting. So it goes like this, but it stays within the card, so you don't have to worry about it not fitting in your envelope. All right, then you have your last embellishments, and these are actually the iridescent pearls that I was talking about. You could get goodies or guts. These are actually the goodies, and I actually use them on your guts. All right, so we're going to put one little one, one big one, let's see, another big one. I like to put a big and a little together, but remember, odd numbers look better to the eye than even, so that's why there's 5 on the card and not 2 or 4. So there is that one. And of course, you would decorate your envelope, which I'm so bad I did not. So here are your pieces for this month. So we have, with all my garbage, so you have this card. Let's see, let me get your envelopes. You have your gift card holder with the cute little puppy. And your calendar. And so I gave you an regular envelope for your calendar as well, so that if you decide you're going to make one as a gift, then you'll be able to mail it. So anyway, so those are your 3 card guts projects for October with an order of $75 before tax and shipping. Or you can pick the goodies. Or if you order $150 before tax and shipping, you can get goodies and the guts, as well as hostess benefits. Let me turn the phone. Let me say, see you later, alligator. So you can get goodies and guts if you order $150. Ooh, what did I just knock off the table? Who knows? And so don't forget, October the 4th, you got free shipping. So that might be the best day of all of the month to place your order so you get free shipping. But remember, you have to be ordering $75 before tax and shipping in order to get the free shipping. And if you need me to place your order, please, please, please get your order to me at least by the 3rd, because then I need to get in there on the 4th and get those orders placed. All right, so if you have any questions at all, let me know. I will put the supplies I used. They will be underneath the video, so you can reference back. And I think that's all. Otherwise, I will see you Friday for my Dies Shorts at 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed seeing what you're going to be making in October. So have a great night, everyone, and I will see you Friday. All right, bye for now.